Okay, so I'm just finishing up at the studio. Today was good. Today was decent. Played a bit of music on the stream. What else did I do? I played a bit of music on the stream. Started a new song. I think I've got the melody for the pre-hook. No, yeah, the verse, the pre-hook, the hook-ish. Like a simple template. Right now, I'm listening to Haven, which is gonna be released in like 12 days, hopefully, God willing. What's in the background right now is Haven. Haven is playing, and I'm really proud because I haven't heard it on a monitor. I mixed it at home, I mixed it on my headphones, and I thought it would sound rubbish. So yeah, so sorry, I was playing in the background, it was a bit loud, but yeah, I'm really proud of how it's come out. Like, I'm proud of the progress. I've stopped doing this thing where, like, if it's perfect, I don't want it. No, I'm really proud of the progress. Like, I wrote it, I've mixed it. What's the other thing? I produced it. Yeah, it's gentle. I wanted it to sound gentle. Like, I had an aim and I successfully achieved it. And that's big for me because usually when I've produced things in the past, when I've produced things in the past, I've felt like the sound quality hasn't been good enough to release. So I've liked the beat, but I haven't released it. Or I've just put the beat as a draft online. Or like when I write songs, I use someone else's beat, or I use someone else's beat and then I get someone else to mix it. But like, this is the first time I've done all three. It was not easy. I never assumed it was, but you know, you'd think that at least for your own song you would get it. But this is what I mean. Skill and intention are two different things. Like, skill and understanding the vibe is two different things. So yeah, I have a real appreciation for any musicians that are, multifaceted, multi-talented, multi-skilled. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the studio now. Watch the stream back if you haven't watched it. Like, you're gonna hear the absolute beginnings of a new song. Don't know when it's going to be released, don't know what the name is, don't know if it will be finished. Right, so if you want that sneak peek, go and see the stream. I might put a thing on YouTube, either as part of this vlog after this bit or as another video. So yeah, just keep watching the video. But yeah, songs, but onto a serious song. My song, Haven, out this Friday. This one it was on my mind for a long time, like that. Cast all your burdens, all your troubles to the Lord, and He will make a haven of your mind. That was on my mind, like, a lot, right? If you don't know, the verse is, cast all your troubles unto the Lord, for He cares for you. So that's 1 Peter 3 verse 1 Peter 5 verse 7. There we go. So that's the context background of the song. And I feel like recently I've been stressed out. I feel like a lot of people have been stressed out in this life. I'm not surprised. Recently I've been stressed out, and it hasn't been... One second. Let's check the stream is still streaming. Yeah. Recently I've been stressed out, and what's so funny is that I feel like it's the fundamentals, the things you know that you should know that go out of the window first when you're in a state of being overwhelmed or anxiety. So like, even though I know, the Lord is there for me, God He gives me peace, He wants me to have peace, He is concerned for me, He cares for me, so I should cast all my troubles to Him and present my requests to God and have the peace of God that surpasses all understanding. Even though I know these things, like, when you're in a state of anxiety and stress, you just forget. You forget, and then two, the devil can just use that forgetfulness to his advantage. So yeah, I feel like when I wrote this, the funny thing is, when I wrote this, I was very stressed out. Even now, stressed out about releasing a song that's about peace and not being stressed out. Do you know how backwards that is? But anyway, we're gonna go through, I think The lyrics are good to go through. I actually have a lyric video that I'm gonna post soon, but I might as well show you now. And I think that will be helpful. And yeah, so I wrote this song, one for myself, but also for anyone who needs to hear that, anyone who needs to hear that state of anxiety or overwhelm you might feel right now, that you don't need to have that forever. But two, you don't need to handle it alone either. Like, there is a God out there who cares for you, who loves you, who knew you before you were born, who is very concerned and passionate, and who cares about your peace, like your actual mental health, not just how you look, not just whether you've sinned or not, but he's very, very concerned about the matters of your mind, right? So, like, right. So here we are. So God making a haven of your mind is like, obviously it's not heaven. Heaven is gonna be perfect, it's gonna be wonderful. But at least on this earth, right, God wants to do something to your mind. Like, we have the mind of Christ when we are believers, when we are Christians, right? So our mind shouldn't be in the same state as it was one before we were saved, and it shouldn't be in a constant state of overwhelm. Like, there is someone who wants to give us peace, right? So we'll find peace in his presence, like God will make a haven of our mind. The Lord and his past. So I wanted it to be chill. I didn't want the beat to be too much. Like, it's supposed to be a chill vibe. Fullness of joy, unending peace. Oh, the sweet relief when Jesus is all you see. Like, that's it, really. At least for me, that's the foundation of my peace. That's the thing that, lets me breathe, is knowing that, one, when you have peace with God, that peace is not finite. It's not like you'll have it for 6 months and then it will stop. Obviously, in life, there are ups and downs, and like, you won't always be happy, you won't always be sad and down. There's a time for everything, like Ecclesiastes talks about it. But ultimately, the peace element, whether you are suffering and you have peace, or whether you are going through a great time and you have peace, that's unending peace, that's infinite peace. And that alone gives me joy. It gives me joy that God cares about me enough to give me unending peace. And it's a sweet relief. Like, your situation may not be perfect, but isn't it a wonderful thing to know that there's a God that cares about you that much, who's willing to help you no matter what situation you're in, even if you've put yourself in that situation. That is you that well, at least for me, that's a relief, because I would be in a very bad place. But yeah, Jesus should be who we see. Like, that's the aim, no? Yeah. He's not great and not kind, not on time. I think this bit is so important, because when I look back at, like, all the reasons why I'm anxious, and I think some, like, therapists, psychologists talk about this as well, yeah, is that there's something that I believe that's not true, right? Either I believe that the thing I'm going through now is gonna last forever, so I'm panicking because this thing is never ending. I can't end it. It can't end. Or for some reason, I believe whatever I'm going through is going to be my destruction. Like, the world's going to end, or my world is going to end. Again, it's not true. But then on top of that, when we come to God now, when we question, like, why are we anxious, even though we've given ourselves to Jesus and we know he gives us peace, there's like a character or an element or a truth that God has said that you don't fully believe. And this is not me trying to be religious or anything. Like, we're all gonna have wavering faith at points. I have it too. But if you really believe that God is going to provide your every need, He is aware of how you're emotionally feeling and cares about you. He is even if you are late to a meeting, he still has a perfect plan for you. If you believe in all these truths about God, about his character, that he is merciful, that he is kind, then the anxiety I'm feeling now is in contradiction to that, in contradiction to a truth. Either you think God is not great enough to deal with whatever you're going through, he's not greater, you don't think he's kind, as in you know, you have to deal with this thing on your own and that's why you're anxious, or he's not on time, as in I need to worry about this now because otherwise things aren't going to work out. He's not on time. So this is the response to that, right? We can try everything, literally everything, but unless God is king, like unless he's king of your mind, unless you fall at his feet and give everything to him, like this peace is not going to be very easy to obtain. You probably won't attain it in all its fullness. So again, cast your troubles to the Lord. Oh, I spelled something wrong. Hey, I'll go and change it. But yeah, I think just this sums up like what I've been needing to hear these past few months. That I need to cast all my troubles to the Lord, not just some of them, not just sometimes, but all of them all the time. Yeah. So I'm really happy with this one actually. I just hope that it's actually useful to people. It's not just you listen to it and then you go back to worrying. I actually want it to be a song where people listen and look at the lyrics and be like, oh, okay, let me pause a bit and let me do something. And this is like an outro. So again, like speaking into the point of like there is a lie. If you know that God is leading me, I know that he's the way. I know that he won't leave me even when I've gone astray. He hasn't done anything, but I've gone astray. Then this has to be our response. Like this has to be the thing that we keep saying over and over again. Instead of saying, I'm worried, I'm worried, I'm worried, this is not working, this is not gonna happen. We need to, talk to our spirit kind of and remind ourselves, no, God will not leave me. He will not leave me. He is the way. He wants me to have peace. And 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 claim what's ours really. Like peace is not just a gift that every man is just fighting and fending for themselves. It's a free gift with your name on it. Um, this bit, yeah. So this bit, Elolam, I don't know how you say it. Though the world may say we don't need him, and look where we are today. So Elolam means the God who hears, I think. I'm not sure what verse is first mentioning. Let me see. Oh no, it means everlasting God, sorry. Um, used by Abraham in Genesis, yeah. So yeah, our God is everlasting, like, which is why our peace is everlasting, because our peace is in God, right? Um, and I think today we've come to a point where, don't get me wrong, I understand why we've come to this point, where people feel like we don't need God, like whether they believe in God or not, or believe in a higher power or not, or believe, whatever they believe, I think the way we act is as if we don't need God. And it's a big problem because I believe it feeds into our anxiety, right? Like, if you believe that you can do everything on your own, you have the means to do everything and make everything fine in your life, it's going to cause anxiety, if not now, later, because you're going to get to a point where you're like, okay, so-so's passed away, this friend doesn't want to talk to me, and I've lost my job, and everything's out of my control. What do I do? Where do I go to? If I am of the belief that I don't need God, all that blame is directed to me, right? Like, what do I do in this situation? I can't do much. And that will cause so much stress and anxiety. So I think it was important to add this at the end because yes, we can say like God is our peace. We can say that casting all our cares and troubles to Him. But really, one, do we know who God is? Do we know that He's an everlasting Father? And two, like in the world and ourselves as individuals, are we acting as if this is true? Like, are we acting as if we need God? Are we acting as if the solution to our peace is not, um, you know, journaling, going to the gym, da 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 da. These things are very, very good for your mental health. The solution and our foundation of peace is not based on our actions. Like, it has to be based on something else. It has to be based on someone else. So I think that was so important to add at the end. And yeah, no, I'm really happy about this song. I'm tired right now, but I'm really, really happy about this song. And I really just pray and hope that whoever needs to hear it hears it. I don't really mind if it's loads of people. I don't really mind, how long people listen to it for. But for the people that need to hear, I really pray they hear what they need to hear and that it changes how they feel and how they are interacting with God's peace. Like, are they, do they even know that God wants them to have peace? So, yeah, that's it really. Didn't have much to say today, but that's it. It's out on Friday. You can pre-save it now, all streaming platforms. It should be in my Instagram bio, it's in my Twitch bio. It's everywhere really. So yeah, hop on that. Check my YouTube because I'm gonna try and like condense all the streams onto YouTube and stuff. But check my YouTube channel, albrtna. Check my TikTok, check my Instagram, all of that, all of that, all of that. Hopefully in the next stream